Arvel axed down 2 saplings and roped the hide-bound bundle to them for a makeshift sled. The job done, he hefted the poles and made his way through the trees with some difficulty. Finally out on the open moor, he spied his boat, a large coracle, in the distance, tied up along the shoreline of the marsh. He crossed the moor, struggling due to the weight of the sled, and finally reached the marsh's edge. Panting, he loaded his meat into the boat's hull, then took his seat. The wood groaned under the pull of the oars, and the boat rocked as he glided away from the shore. Arvel's stomach soured. He trusted his own booted feet more than a jumble such as this. Glancing back at his precious venison, he wondered why he had borrowed this boat. From the branch of an alder that stood among the sedge-grasses, a red-legged raven swooped down and snatched up a frog. The bird flew to the prow, looked at him with menacing eyes, and then ripped the frog to pieces, gulping down its wriggling legs. "Get away, you!" Arvel swung an oar at the bird, and it flapped away. Twilight descended as he rowed. The stars appeared, but they refused to reflect off the turgid water. The moon raised its leprous head through the trees, casting anxious shadows on the reeds that rattled against the boat. Lifting, dropping, and pulling the oars, Arvel felt as if someone was watching him. Closing his eyes, he listened, but heard nothing except the clicking jaws of insects, the croaks of frogs, the calls of a few birds, and the greasy splash of the water. The impulse to turn around pressed upon him. Did someone lurk in another boat, or on an island? Ah, foolishness, not at this time of night. But the desire to look grew stronger. Hairs rose on Arvel's neck, and a chill slid down his tunic like a cold snake. Someone was watching him. He turned, surprised to see he'd made so much progress. On his right stood the tip of Inis Avalo, the largest island in the marsh, and far down its length he spied the old crumbling tower. As he rowed, the shadowy ruins and scattered descendants of an ancient apple orchard slid past him, but he felt no malice there. He turned the other way and scrutinized the waters along the shore. The dark mass of a mountain, the Meneth Gaelic, rose to his left. Soon he'd be at Bosventor's familiar docks and the safety of home. No need to worry. Then he beheld the dragon star. Arvel stared in awe. Across the southwestern sky floated a ball of blue flame with 2 tails, one straight and the other curving upward. Though these tails had inspired the star's draconian name, Arvel liked to think of the shape as an arrowhead. The star had appeared near the end of summer, and fixed there in the sky each night, the mysterious blaze slowly moved westward toward the setting sun as the season changed. He shook his head. It couldn't be. And yet, the instant he looked away and back again, he knew the dragon star watched him like some bulbous blue eye. Was he going mad, like his grandfather? Still, he couldn't shake the feeling. His throat closed up, and he wanted to leap out of the boat and swim for shore. But he forced himself to sit still, because a hunter mustn't give in to such panic, certainly not the best hunter on the moor. As he'd trained himself to do when hunting the tusk boar with his father, he bent his fear and strung tight his courage. Picking up his bow, Arvel slowly readied an arrow. When he could wait no longer, he aimed right at the dragon star and let the arrow fly with a satisfying zip. As the arrow splashed into a distant part of the marsh, Arvel smiled in triumph and turned away from the star to grip the oars. But when his gaze met the horizon, he saw something unexpected. The marsh lit up as if the full moon had burst into flame. Bright and brighter, an orange light flickered along the boat's rim. A tremendous roaring filled